is enough said.
What's up, Heat Nation? Ernest here, back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Video number 2 of the day. You guys, you know I'm giving you guys as many videos as I can, so I'd really appreciate the support, y'all. Smash that like button. Do not forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for the support. Now, together, again, let's go on another Miami Heat Talk adventure. First and foremost, you guys, just want to let you know, thank you guys so much for the comments. You guys have been the real MVPs. I promise you guys, I'm going to get back to every comment that I can. You guys know that I'm very interactive. I'm always responding to the comments. May not be the second that you leave it, but I assure you I will be getting to your comments. Thank y'all so much for the love. I really appreciate that. Now, before we get to today's topic, you guys, I'm really getting annoyed with this whole trade deadline stuff. You know, in the beginning of December, this whole Jimmy Butler trade request, even though it sucked, it's fun for content creators, man, because you're trying to think of ideas and stuff to talk about, and then bam, Jimmy Butler just hands you topics on a silver platter. And it's kind of okay for a little bit, but we're going on 2 months now, man. This shit's getting annoying, to be honest with you guys. I mean, I want to talk about the development of the season, man. I want to talk about how I'm proud of this Miami Heat team. I mean, let's give credit where credit is due, y'all. I mean, this Miami Heat team could have just fell flat on their face when all this stuff happened. You know, Jimmy Butler's trade rumor started the beginning of December, but he really didn't request the trade until Christmas. And even since then, I know this team has been the bearer of mediocre all season long, but you got to give this youth movement credit. You're seeing the development of Kel'el Ware. Tyler Hero was broken out as an all-star. Bam Adebayo lately has been playing like an all-star. You're seeing that this team is going to be led by Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero, with Kel'el Ware being that pest in the paint. You saw development from Jaime Jaquez in certain stretches. Not lately, but that West Coast trip where Jimmy Butler was gone. You saw him step up. Nikola Jovic has been better for this season. I'm freaking excited to see where we go with Keshad Johnson and Josh Christopher. What does Isaiah Stevens have to provide? Pallel Larson showed you some flashes earlier this season. I'm excited, man. This Heat team is 24-23. Currently the 6th seed of the Eastern Conference. It's not like when Jimmy left, this team just started sucking and they're a lottery team now. They're not a play-in team. This team has been doing it without Jimmy. We need to get excited about this team. But one thing that's going to get us excited about this team is trading Jimmy Butler. Because you need to get that out of the locker room. And it sucks, yo, that we're talking about Jimmy Butler as this toxic player. Because when he came to this team in 2019, that was the stigma that was following him. And we felt like that we were able to turn it around. That stuff was in the past. Ever since the bubble, the 2022 playoffs, the magical Cinderella run in 2023. But in reality, you're seeing Jimmy Butler for who he is. A guy that just cares about himself. Which is cool. I ain't knocking that. I ain't saying that Jimmy's a bad person. I'm just saying he's not fitting anymore with this team. So you got to get him out. You got to get him out. Like, we can't keep Jimmy Butler for the rest of the season, you guys, because you've noticed that when Jimmy Butler is there on the court, these players get distracted. They don't play like their best selves. They play better when Jimmy's not there. You obviously are seeing that. So you got to get him out of here. And also, you need to get something for Jimmy. You need to get something. You need to get players that can help you out now. It is important for this Miami Heat team to make the playoffs. Now, I posted a video early today, you guys. Jimmy Butler said that he was unwilling to sign an extension with the Warriors. And ever since then, you know, Shams Charania, everybody has said he wants to go to just one place only, and that's Phoenix. Cool. Apparently, Jimmy Butler's been on the phone with Kevin Durant trying to get a trade work. You know, I'm sure Kevin Durant's going to the front office, but Phoenix is doing this. Can't do anything. They don't want Bradley Beal. Nobody wants Bradley Beal. That's it. This trade with Phoenix is probably not going to happen unless the team gets so damn desperate that they'll say, we'll take Bradley Beal. But I don't see a team doing that. It was stupid for Phoenix to do that a year and a half ago when they traded for him. Everybody knew Bradley Beal's contract was terrible. He's on the wrong side of 30. He's not getting better. And his contract is just getting more expensive as the year goes by. And he has a no trade clause. Stupid team that trades for that guy. Like, for real. He's really not going to benefit anyone. And he doesn't want to leave Phoenix. So it's probably not going to happen. And there's a rumor that came out earlier today. Actually, not a rumor. Look at this from ESPN. Where they say that the Golden State Warriors are legitimately calling about every all-star player. Just name the all-star player, they said. LeBron, Kevin Durant, Jimmy Butler. Shams Charania says that the Warriors are dead set on adding an all-star player next to Steph Curry. It was reported that Jimmy Butler yesterday was unwilling to sign a contract extension with Golden State. Seems like Golden State doesn't care anymore because they still believe they're in the mix for Jimmy Butler. What did I say, guys? What have I been saying the last few days? It might take until February 5th or February 6th, but a team just might do this. F it, whatever. We'll trade for him. We'll take Jimmy and we'll figure this out. Because what does Jimmy Butler have? A player option after this year. If Jimmy doesn't want to sign an extension with Golden State, fine. Golden State can let him walk in free agency, free up $52 million in cap space, and try to make a hit for next year. Or Jimmy gets traded there, it works, they have a run, and then they can extend Jimmy, or he can even opt in his player option. But the point is, if you're the Miami Heat, get this guy out. Do whatever you can. And I understand people have been in the comments saying, why do the Heat care what Jimmy Butler wants? If he doesn't have a no trade clause, if the Heat don't want him, just trade him. It ain't that simple, y'all. You got to understand that when it comes to all-star players, especially all-star players that are making this money, teams will not just make a trade. I get that's how Luka Doncic worked. It's different. Luka's 25 and a once-in-a-lifetime generational player. When a team calls you and says, do you want Luka? You will say yes. That's the difference right there, you guys. When Jimmy Butler's name is being called for a trade with the Miami Heat, they're going to want to talk to Jimmy Butler and his agent and kind of get a feel for him and say, hey, bro, do you want to stay here? What's your mindset like? There's all this drama that's been going on. And Jimmy goes, nah, don't trade for me. I don't want to play for you. Do you think that team's going to be like, oh, yeah, trade for that guy? Sure. No. Chances are they're going to be like, nah, we're good. So a team needs to be desperate enough to look at Jimmy Butler like a Kawhi Leonard situation. In 2018, when Toronto traded for Kawhi, I've been mentioning this for weeks now, you guys. Toronto knew what they were doing trading for Kawhi Leonard, but they knew Kawhi Leonard can get them over that hump when they were failing with DeMar DeRozan. They traded for Kawhi Leonard. They won an NBA championship. He still left, but they won. That's how Golden State and Memphis potentially are looking at this. Okay, we trade for the guy and he leaves after this year, but what if we go far? What if we win? That's what they're banking on. Golden State has maybe 2 years left of prime Steph Curry. Maybe even sooner. Memphis isn't really going to have to give up one of their main all-stars for Jimmy Butler. A team might come by the last second and say, screw it. Let's do it. Let's see where we can go. It's really a difficult situation, you guys. We're going to have to wait until the trade deadline. I don't think a trade gets made tonight. I think if a trade happens, it's going to be by February 6th, February 5th maybe. But I just hope we get this done. So Heat Nation, I want to hear from you. You think Golden State are still in the mix? You think it's all BS? You think Jimmy's going to stay? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Appreciate you guys so much for riding with me. I'm as annoyed as you are about this Jimmy Butler trade saga. But the good news is we're almost at the end. So I thank you guys. Love y'all. And until next time, your boy Ernest out. And that's enough said. Yeah, buddy.